Okay, this is a video to help those that struggled with a leaky handle on a Kohler Revival faucet. My model is the second one here. It's the K-16102-4A. As you can see, this is the model that I have. The issue was, obviously this is the cold, it was leaking here from the bonnet, and so Kohler was going to send me a new retrofit kit to replace the stem, which was causing the leak. My job was to get this skirt off in order to get to the stem, and there was no way for me to get this off by hand. This has been on for over 10 years. You can take a look at the stem right now, not the best focus, and it was on there pretty well. In fact, I got a little bit of rust. I think that was actually caused because this thing's been leaking slowly for about 2 months now. And so the issue is that it's the skirt here is tapered, and so there's no way, first of all, by hand to get this thing off. Just couldn't grab it. I was trying to use an underhand motion to get this thing off. Some guys may have been luckier. I even used one of these rubber things that you try to get peanut butter jars off with, lids off with. That didn't work. And so the main issue was getting a strap wrench on here was not possible because it just wouldn't grab this tapered because it was too skinny in the middle, and it wasn't uniform. Bottom's wider than the top part. So what I did was, and I'll show you I redid this. So basically what I did is I took duct tape and I built the middle up on the taper. And that way that give the strap wrench something to grab. And what I did, I decided to actually double it onto itself. So I took the duct tape and I actually folded it so that it was sticky on both sides. And then I wrapped it in I think I wrapped it in a counterclockwise so that when you are trying to loosen this thing, the tape would tighten up on itself. And then at that point, I got the middle of the skirt. Actually, I built it up actually so that it was sticking out wider than the bottom of the skirt was. And then I got I bought a couple strap wrenches from Harbor Freight, and I'll tell you how hard it was on there. I broke this one. Pulling, that thing wouldn't come off. And it actually ripped the steel belted strap out of the base. So I went to the larger one that came, like I said, I told you I bought a 2-pack. And I put the larger one on over that collar. And I gave it about 5 tugs. And this one was actually almost to the point where it was getting ready to break as well. Doesn't say much for Harbor Freight tools, but it eventually did break free, and I don't know any other way that anybody else would have got this out other than to take a basin wrench and go in from the bottom and just take the whole entire unit straight out. That was the only other option, and that wasn't possible for me because the cutout of the sink was so small that the basin wrench would not, it couldn't get up onto that nut on the underside here. So anyhow, thanks to Kohler for replacing my stems for me, and for anybody else out there that's struggling with this, give this a crack, and I think you'll find you'll have good success. I'm out in Arizona. The water is very, very hard here, so for other places in the country it doesn't have as hard water as we have here. I think this may not be necessary, but certainly if you have hard water and yours has been on for 10 years or so, you're going to have probably a similar struggle that I had. Good luck.